Packing for Disney World is not just throwing some shirts in a suitcase and heading on out. You are packing for the heat, long days, sweat, chafing, sun, restaurant reservations, surprise weather. For me, filming, outfit planning, and apparently, well, getting beer spilled on you in Hollywood studios. So today, I'm showing you what I actually packed for Walt Disney World after years of trial and error and a little cast member magic. Come along with us. Hey, welcome back to Carousel Douglas. Really glad to have you here today for this special edition. I know I'm not at my normal location. I'm actually up in my bedroom. This is where I usually do my packing. Today we are talking Disney packing, and we're not talking the perfect influencer packing. We are talking real practical packing. What clothes I bring, what I use to survive in the Florida heat, what filming gear I bring with me, what Michelle does special with her outfits, which I think is really cool, and the extra stuff we bring because we're DVC people and we may want to drink in our room, or because I don't want tea to taste like haunted coffee. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk to you about here is the shirts that I bring. Now, first off, I'm going to point out that I have a massive collection of Disney shirts. First off, the t-shirts. There is like my 3 Star Wars shirts, my Hakuna Matata shirt, my Pixar shirt. This I actually got at Uniqlo many years ago. This is actually one of the best shirts I've ever purchased. And Muppets, of course, because we want to celebrate the Muppets. Epcot, favorite park, gotta have it. My Hawaii shirt, adjacent Mickey head shirt, 3 Caballeros, and Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I also have this great Please Stand Clear of the Door shirt that Michelle just got me for my birthday. Okay, so t-shirts, they're really important. Make sure you bring extras. Always have one in your bag. We'll talk about my bag in a little bit, but always have extra t-shirts. Always have an extra one in your bag in case you get soaked. Now, the next thing you need is these. This is if you have good dining reservations. You don't want to, look, yes, you can go in a t-shirt. You can go in a t-shirt, but you really want to make sure you have some nice ones. So I have these 5 button-down shirts. Some a little bit more interesting than others. This is a nice button-down polo that I actually got on Amazon with just a little Mickey Mouse print on the front, which I really like. And then I have this Haunted Mansion button-down shirt and this monorail pattern button-down shirt. Then check this one out. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got Star Wars. If you notice, it's got Stormtrooper there. There's Boba Fett, little top of Darth Vader's head hidden in that. And I also really like the colors on that one. Then I have my Hawaiian shirt for Hawaiian Shirt Friday. This is Chippendale, of course, which I really love. And then I also have this Hoth Echo Base baseball jersey in case I need a little bit heavier shirt or whatever, if I want a nicer one. Finally, this is coming along. This is actually not for really wearing in Disney, even though it is light enough and you can wear it in the Florida heat. This is actually for driving. It's a very light sweatshirt, and I wear it because we drive down, so I don't bake in the sun as we're driving down there, because the sun literally travels right over the sides through the windows of the car. So that's what this is actually for. Sometimes it also is for if the air conditioning's a little cold in the hotel room. Finally, and there's more of a reason for this year. Finally, I always make sure to bring some hats with me. This is my nicer hat. My Trilby is actually what this style of hat is called. There's going to be a little bit of surprise when you see my next Disney vlog. I am making a little bit of a change, and the hat is your tip-off. Now, there's a little preview going on here for what I'm going to talk about later. Those are back there behind the shoes and the socks. But first off, socks. Make sure you have lots of them, have extras, make sure you keep extras in your bag. Good underwear too. I know that's a little bit of sometimes of a subject people don't want to talk about, but good underwear too. Then, let's talk shoes. Good broken in sneakers. Don't wear the new ones. Those are my nicer black shoes in case Michelle and I decide to go somewhere. And then those shoes right there are my Archies, which are fantastic slides. You can wear them all day and be comfortable. Highly recommend those. You can get those on Amazon too. First, I want to talk, make sure you have comfortable pajamas. These are my Tiki Room shorts and my Doug shirt, and also my Life is Magical shirt. I like to wear lighter colored clothing when I sleep, and shorts. And those Tiki Room shorts I bought a couple years ago. I wish I had gotten the shirt that was supposed to match it, but I unfortunately was never able to find one in my size. Now, next thing we're going to talk about here is your pants or shorts or whatever you're going to wear on the bottom. Now, me personally, I bring I bring a couple of these D-ring belts. They get on easier. They're cloth, and so you can sweat through them and they'll dry faster. I always bring a pair of light pants. These are some Eddie Bauer weather pants. They actually are really nice in the heat. I'll leave those there. Now, shorts. As you can see, I love cargo shorts. I love extra pockets, but I want to tell you a little story about these shorts. So these shorts right here are the result of cast member magic. You can see this lovely little Mickey Mouse patch. These are actually Disney branded shorts, and I have 2 pairs of these. And I have 2 pairs of these because one, well, I was in Hollywood Studios, and a guy, as I was coming out of Blacklot Express carrying a beer, dude walked straight into me, knocked my beer out of my hand, and I poured beer all the way down the pair of shorts I was wearing. Actually, I was wearing this pair of shorts down here on the bottom. First off, the guy just walked away. Yes, I'm not making that up. He walked into me, said, "Excuse me," and walked away. Didn't say anything about the beer that he just spilled. He was just like, "Yep, see ya." Anyway, I go up and talk to a cast member, and all I said to the cast member was, "Hey, as you can see," and I showed him my shorts, "I just had someone walk into me and knock my beer out of my hand, and look, I was just hoping could I possibly just get a refill?" And the guy at the Backlot Express, I spoke to the right guy, because he wasn't wearing the costume, he was wearing like a manager outfit, and he hands me what's called a golden ticket. And the golden ticket is simple. It's something that only cast members can do, especially high-ranking cast members. They basically fill out this triplicate form, and they can make it for anything. They can make it for a fast pass. They can make it for a pair of shorts. So I went into the 5 and Dime, and these are the only men's shorts that are on the shelf. I tried them on. I wore them the rest of the day. I didn't smell like beer the rest of the day, thanks to cast member magic. And then I loved them so much, I bought a second pair. So these shorts are amazing. I got them at Disney, and I hope that I can get more pairs, actually, because these are the only ones I found in my size. Okay, now, here's the subject that people don't really think about, and they do, but they don't. So this is what you really need for the weather in Disney. I recommend bringing an umbrella, because trust me, if you can get an umbrella on fast, you'll usually be able to stay dry, and they're way easier to deal with when you're done. However, Michelle and I buy this package of these, all right? These are throwaway, cheap, disposable ponchos. We get the whole bag for $12. By the way, that's how much they charge for a Mickey poncho. So we get this with all these ponchos in there for $12, and we just keep one in our bag and throw it away after the rainstorm. However, I also have this nice Helly Hansen rain jacket, which I will also use which I also prefer to use if I can, because I don't sweat as much in that Helly Hansen jacket. Worth every dollar. You can get them in the Norway Pavilion. Highly recommend them. These are Amazon, and my umbrella is also, I believe, Amazon. And you need this. You need this. Don't think you can get away with going in the park without it, especially if you're going in the summer. It rains at almost 3 o'clock almost every day. That's why the parade's at 2. Okay, so rain gear. Park essentials. These are the things that I want you to really be thinking about. This is my day trip backpack with my little hang-on chipmunks. Okay, this backpack is everything I need, and the cool thing about this backpack is I shove it into about the size of one of those ponchos if I really need to compact it and get it out of the way. So this is my park backpack, brings everything in it. Now, I cannot recommend this sunscreen enough. No, I am not sponsored by anything that I'm showing you today. I am doing this all on my own. This sunscreen has been the best sunscreen I've ever used in my life. When I was a young kid, no ad started coming out, and it saved my life in drum corps. Now they have it in spray version. You get a massive amount of it for the same price as all the other ones. This is a huge can, and I buy 2 of them, and I also bring this one, the 50 Sport in a stick form, into the park as my apply later thing, which makes it so much easier to carry, and it doesn't set off security. It's the other thing. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is this, the lip balm. You need stuff for your lips. I like Burt's Bees. It has SPF 5 in it, which is plenty. That way your lips don't get sunburned, and I highly recommend Burt's Bees stuff. This is really, really fantastic, and I recommend lip balm. I'm not really a lip balm user throughout the rest of the year. I only use it pretty much when I go to Disney and I'm out in the sun all day long. Don't forget, your amazing magic band. Mine has its really cool slider so that I've been collecting over the years. They don't give out these pass holder ones anymore, unfortunately. And you can sometimes get your hands on these Vacation Club member ones. You have to be both of those things to get them, but I love mine. But this is the magic band that I typically use. Now, another park essential, sunglasses. So sunglasses. These are my Ray-Bans. These are actually special because they have mirrored polarized lenses, and they're prescription, and that's why they're mirrored. I had them replaced with prescription lenses, so mine are extra expensive, but these are the actual Mickey Mouse Ray-Bans that I purchased in Magic Kingdom, and having sunglasses is pretty much a must in Disney World. Now, the last essential I'm going to tell you, it sounds awful, is amazing. This is Body Glide. Body Glide is an anti-chafing balm, and I cannot tell you as a fat guy how much this helps. I can go through the entire day and not have any rubbing, any problems. And I had a runner friend recommend this, and I cannot tell you how much of a world changer this was. Highly recommend Body Glide. Also available for purchase on Amazon. You want this, trust me. This is not what everyone needs. This is what I bring because part of the trip is filming for Carousel of Douglas. Now, spare batteries for my camera, which is recording right now, so you can't see it. It is a Sony ZV-E10. It's a 4K camera. Love it. You should check it out. The vlogging handle and a little tripod that can screw into the bottom. This is a little windscreen I can add if I don't want to use my good microphone. Chargeable battery pack. The cool thing is this one is magnetic. Phone goes right on. Doesn't fall off. Look at that cute picture. See, look, charging right away. Extra charging cables, little tripod. That one's actually nice because I can set it on top of trash cans and it goes up. And it doesn't take up much space in my backpack. And because I have to charge so much, I always bring a surge protector, and that surge protector has extra ports on it to charge with, and I recommend that. Oh yeah, I also have emergency cables for connecting to my phone if the microphone goes out. I carry extra wires, and I also carry this dongle. The last thing in this is this book. This is actually my notes. I handwrite my notes out for what I'm going to film. Sorry, I'm not going to show you. Haha. But yeah, all my handwriting notes goes into this journal. Because the reason why I bring this stuff is because the goal is to film the videos, but not turn the vacation into a mobile Best Buy. So one of the things I want to talk about real quick is what Michelle does for the vacation. And this is so cute. As you can see, all my stuff is just laid out and it's going to go into my suitcase, which I'll show you in a second. This is what Michelle does. She makes these bags, and as you can see, it has the date, and it also says which pair of ears goes along with it. So you have this pair of ears, you have this outfit in a bag, and it's dated, and she does that for all kinds of days. Like, here's another day. This is a day in Epcot. It says the day one of the days we're going to Epcot, and it says Guardian's ears. So she pairs it with these. Pretty cool, right? These are 3D printed. We actually made them at the house, and she did a great job decorating them. But I love that Michelle does that with her outfits. So the last thing I want to talk about is just a little bit extra. I already talked about the surge protector. That was actually something that I bring for vlogging, but I also bring it now because we stay there longer. We have lots of stuff we need to plug in, including a hot water kettle. And I bring that hot water kettle because I like to brew tea in the morning, and I don't like running it through the coffee machines, and the coffee machines always make it taste like, well, coffee instead of tea, and I'm not a coffee drinker. I also like to bring that insulated mug to make the tea in because I like a lot of tea. Then the other thing I like to bring is these 2 tumblers. Those 2 tumblers are actually also insulated, but if you come back and you want to pour a drink for yourself because you're keeping one in the fridge, you can do that and keep it cold longer instead of having to constantly use the paper cups. Because Michelle and I actually always stay in a deluxe studio. Deluxe studios don't have all the comforts like a full fridge and all the other stuff where it makes ice and everything. So we actually have to go down and get ice, and this way we can have a nice drink at the end of the night, and those 2 tumblers are the way that we can do that without having to use the paper cups all the time. When you're staying longer, especially DVC, the room is not just where you collapse, it becomes part of how the trip works. So these are the things to make the trips work for us. Lastly, the final thing I want to talk about here is my actual suitcase. Now, I'm not going to open it up for you, you don't need to see that, but this is my suitcase. It's a Kohl's special. It's a Fuel brand, which is pretty much exclusive to Kohl's, but I like it. It's a hard case. It actually holds up well to the airline. Didn't cost me too much, has plenty of space, and I can get all of that into this suitcase. So, it's a great suitcase. So, that is what I pack for my trips to Disney. Clothes that can survive the parks, sunscreen, anti-chafe, rain gear, Carousel of Douglas vlogging equipment, and Michelle's much more organized version of packing. I just wanted to make sure you saw that. Michelle's version of packing has themes. Mine has contingency plans. And after Michelle's stuff, we have a few room comfort extras just because we're staying there as DVC members. And also because I refuse to drink tea that vaguely tastes like coffee. Look, I'm sure I forgot something. So tell me down in the comments what you bring that you learned after trial and error that you have to have with you in Disney. What are you not traveling without? Anyway, it's been fun showing you what I'm about to pack for my trip. Look for us in the parks. Make sure you say hi. We are excited to be heading down soon, and I'm really excited to getting some more content to bring to you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new and you want to get more content like this, because all I do is give tips on how to go to Disney World. And like we always say, because we don't like to say goodbye because we're going to see you real soon, we say, see you bye. Yes, all this does fit in my suitcase, I promise.